Hey, welcome to the Lighthouse of Awesome. I'm Michael. Wonderful to have you here. I'm really kind of excited to start talking about stuff. Today, I want to talk about being positive and what that means and how to stay positive and still keep on track with reality. There's been a meme going around that was basically said, how would you describe 2020 in a single word? And there were a lot of negative words that went out of it. And I hadn't seen the meme, and I was just watching somebody's YouTube live, and she was very angry about how people are having a bad year. And I think we have to be gracious and really understand that, you know, people have bad days, bad years, bad months, and that positivity can only go so far into making us grow, making us connect, making us better people. Yes, it does wonders. Um, but when positivity becomes cognitive dissonance, where you're like, I'm so positive, I am positive, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm this, I can be, but like, who are you trying to convince? Are you trying to convince yourself or someone else? And I was working with an accountability partner last year or so, and we were both doing the whole we're positive, we're thinking good, we're thinking good, and we would flat out lie to each other about what was going on. We'd be like, everything's good, and it would be like really low energy too. So it wouldn't be like, yeah, everything's good, it's positive, I'm thinking of the best and stuff. Meanwhile, like she's getting fired from her job that she left like everything for. I'm massively in debt and can't even like pay the minimums of my credit cards. And it's just like they're just like you can't solve problems if you're just like, oh yeah, everything's good. So you have to understand where you're at and you have to accept people when they say, hey, I'm here. Um, and kind of ramming through positivity with like a battering ram, like that just doesn't work. It doesn't jive. You just positivity is something you work into gradually, right? You kind of right. If you're depressed, you work your way up to angry. If you're angry, you work your way up towards neutral. If you're neutral, you work your way up towards happiness, bliss. But you just kind of work your way up that ladder, and you have to accept where everyone else is on that ladder at the same time. And that's something that I've certainly been learning about, and that's something that I think is a lesson. And I think maybe you learn by trying to force it for a bit. Maybe that is how you grow and find. So if you're so low that you can't even get off that, maybe forcing it is required, but it's not going to get you there. You can only force it until you realize that you can't force it anymore. Force negates. You have to let it happen. That's super important. So you just take your finger off the cork and it rises in the water. It's that sort of thing. Um, so you don't become positive. You are positive. You are loving. You just have to figure out how you're being your own worst enemy, how you're blocking yourself, how you're growing. And you grow through just letting the universe take its course. So if you're losing your job, all right, I'm losing my job. What's kind of the next action that I can take? If you're in massive debt, you're like, can I work? Can I declare bankruptcy? Can I work with a credit counselor? Am I do I seem to be doing all the right things and I just have to, you know, hold on and see what happens? Like, that's kind of the situation that I've been working with here. And life is definitely, it has ups and downs, but just ride out the wave and it'll be good for you.